Shalom, this is Sophia, the Ameru Khan Mariam, and we're here to get another message from the ancestors. We want to check in and see what's going on. What can they share? What can we see that's happening that might be helpful for everyone? So first and foremost, all praise, glory, and honor be to the Most High, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the great I am, loving kindness, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We thank the Holy Mother for always being with us, guiding us, and leading us down the path of life. We acknowledge our older, wiser brother Yahushua and the perfect example that he set. And of course, to our sister Philomena, the Thaumaturga. Let's get to work. So, I forgot I bought a little sheet to put down here so everything wasn't so dark. And anyway, so maybe we'll see that the next time I record a video. I have been thinking about Christmas all night. Yesterday, I was trying to see if we could watch, what was that, Home Alone 2, the Santa Claus. This morning, I've been singing Christmas songs. I was just singing, la 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 la. So I don't know what it is about Christmas or like the whole concept of Santa Claus, where you just kind of make your wish and you get what you want. That kind of energy is kind of coming in. So I hope people are making their requests, reviewing their previous year. I actually recorded my dreams. I started recording my dreams a year ago. So I went back and listened to a dream that I recorded a year ago, and I realized that I had a dream that was a continuation of the dream that I recorded a year ago. So then I had to go back and record that dream because I had. So, that's one way I'm keeping track of my spiritual advancements, because and I'm going to go back and listen to all my dreams from the last year so I can take inventory of that, because they have been quite something. So, ancestors, beloved saints, do you have any Ace of Swords? Well, these people are paranoid. Any information you can give us that won't compromise any ongoing missions in the spirit realm, we would greatly appreciate that information and that knowledge if you can share it. I like the cards to fall. Oh, goodness. We got the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. Any information you can share that will not compromise ongoing missions. Let's just stay focused on what we got going on. We're not going to get into, And also, while I'm asking the saints for some messages, I've been following this Steve Harvey and Marjorie Harvey story, and just on my main channel, I shared some tower moment. Good God, they having a huge tower. Oh, the Emperor's on the board. Okay. And I've been trying to figure out if I should intervene on behalf of Steve Harvey, because what it seems like to me, energetically, is that he was attacked by a succubus spirit. He was targeted, and so this is one of those things where, are all our brethren, if it's, how do I put this? If one person could be attacked by a particular spirit, right? And that spirit could cause them to behave in a way that they would normally not behave, right? When the spirit comes off of them, because these demons have to come off of these people now, should we help them for what happened while they were under the possession of the spirit? That's really, a huge question for me in general, because we're going to have people come to us who are just completely wicked people. But were they wicked, or was the demon that was attached to them wicked? And depending on the level of control, you might not have been in control of yourself at all. And I feel, anyway, so we can see if the saints and the ancestors give us any inclination about what we should do to deal with that too. Let's put these cards down. All right, so we got the Emperor on the board. So he's definitely back working in the background. We got the World card. We got the Sun. Good gracious. Ooh, we got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse again. And we got the King of Pentacles, the Tower. We got two of the hands of the Most High out here in the Mother. We got the Page, but we got the King and the Page. And we've got, okay, I think we got enough of this stuff. Okay. These people are paranoid. That's the truth. Okay, so I don't know how this Wheel of Fortune keeps getting in reverse. This is the second time I've done. I don't do reversals. I'm not doing reversals right now. I'm doing everything in one direction. And I did a reading for someone else, and the Wheel of Fortune came out in reverse too. And it gives me the feeling that the Tower is as a result of a choice that they didn't make. These people who are having these entities come off of them, they did not necessarily make the choice to deal with these particular demons. They were targeted. Like in the case of Steve Harvey, right? And this is really good for us to discuss. In the case of Steve Harvey, he was clearly targeted. The succubus spirit targeted him. Literally, specifically him, right? And I will mention that I did have a dream about Steve Harvey a long time ago. I can't remember the whole dream, but in the dream he was actually helping me learn how business operate. I think he was selling me some land, and there was a trash yard nearby, and he said eventually that's going to go away and this land is going to be prime land. And you know, I didn't know what that meant. So but he was like, I would say almost like mentoring me, right? Like giving me some truths and stuff like that. So we have the Emperor out here who is overseeing our new beginning, right? And so we are in the sun, and we have this King of Pentacles, and we have our money that's secured. We're being given a small taste of what it's like to have secure money. And then just to back that up, we have the Ace of Pentacles that's going to continue to hand out, continue to give, to continue to support us as we rebuild ourselves. And we also have the Ace of Swords to protect our money. So it's not like our money's going to be out here floating around unprotected. So, we are going to have to share our pentacles with those who are in need, and this Seven of Pentacles, that's the Six of Pentacles. And in the Seven of Pentacles is almost like, looking at our harvest. And normally this is a card of dissatisfaction, but I would say in this spread it's almost like, disbelief that these things are starting to work out. At least that's the energy that I feel. I've had a lot of unbelievable things happen to me in the last few days. Like I was able to pay my rent completely on time. Like I'm just like shocked. This has been a huge problem for me. But it's taken care of, and I have to buy food, and I was able to buy food. It's this entire situation has been unbelievable to me. Let me just put it that way. How things have been working out. Meanwhile, as a result of choices people did not make, the Wheel of Fortune is creating a lot of tower moments in people's lives, and they have these burdens that they have to bear in the spiritual realm, and they're very paranoid about. This is the 9 and the 10. So over here we have the 6 and the 7, and over here we have the 9 and the 10. These people are having to deal with, things they never expected to deal with, burdens they didn't even know where they were theirs. This is what concerns me, is that, as I've been saying for the last few weeks, as people wake up, these demons are removed. This program, let's say this succubus and incubus program is removed off of people, and they start to come to the realization that these things that were happening to them, they weren't even necessarily present for them. Because I was listening to a reading, not a reading. I'm trying to remember who said this, but someone was talking about how if you leave an open space, that you become an empty vessel, and as a part of being this empty vessel, somebody else can take over your body, right? And so I'm not sure these people even understand that they've been gone for all these years. Like, they're just kind of waking up to this reality where these things are happening, and who knows how much of it they were actually literally present for. They were there in body, but how much were they present for in soul? Um, I don't know, and that's what makes me inclined to me to have some sympathy um, for these kind of people. Judgment on the bottom of the deck. Anything else going on in the spirit realm that you want to share with us, beloved saints and ancestors, about this energy, this situation? Meanwhile, we have Santa Claus here, you know. Oh my gosh, really? All right. That's a lot of cards. That's a lot of cards. Okay, we have the Three of Cups. We have Temperance. We have the Nine of Swords. We have the Seven of Wands, so that's two sevens. We have the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords. So we have two sevens out here. You know, we have the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords. So not only do we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords, we have the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords. So in the spirit realm, we have a lot of spiritual protection. You know, and it's kind of is going to be up to us how we deal with this. Is what the Temperance card is. This is the balance in between. It's going to be up to us if we, you know, build this wall around ourselves and isolate ourselves from these people in the midst of their suffering. And I don't have a problem with that. You know, I'm the one who did a 22-day fast against the two-thirds to mourn their loss. So I don't have a problem with letting these people suffer in peace. What I do have a problem with is letting people suffer who didn't know they were under this spell. The ones who did these things on purpose, who took, you know, I won't say innocent people, but took people who were you know, susceptible, and took them and targeted those susceptible people. I don't feel bad for those people, the ones who did the targeting. But the ones who are targeted, do they deserve this tower moment? I mean, the tower moment is waking them up, right? Because without the tower moment, these people would just stay in this sleep state. So the tower moment is serving its purpose to wake them up. However, do they deserve the tower moment? That's the question we have. That's you know, and being that Temperance is here, that is a question that is also being evaluated in the spirit realm. You know, Temperance is Pisces energy. It's very highly intuition. And we have two cards that are in the Pisces slice. The Temperance and the World card, which are both in the Pisces slice. And so these are, you know, questions that are, you know, this is really important questions. Do these people deserve to have a new cycle started? And it's not that we're the ones who are making the choice, but we are the intercessors. We are the ones who are between the realms. And this came out yesterday in the reading too. We are the ones who are capable of going in between the realms and advocating for these people. So we really want to know, should we be advocating for these people? Because I'd feel really bad if we were getting our new happy beginning and celebration, and they're just in this, you know, they're just in this energy when they were under a spell, you know. Um, we as humans have to understand that this battle has not been against flesh and blood, um, and that we have to make a decision on whether we should feel sympathy for these people or not, basically. Because right now we got our dad out here. He's doing his thing and giving us what we need and all of that. And that's great. That's great for us. But what about everyone else? Especially those people we don't think deserve it. Now, in the Steve Harvey situation, of course Marjorie don't deserve it. I wouldn't pray for you no matter how much she paid me. I wouldn't pray for her. I'm sorry. Not knowing, you know, she was the one who brought that succubus spirit to him and worked on him for so long, and destroyed his second wife's life, destroyed his older children's lives, just destroyed them, because that was the target of that particular spirit. Okay, angels, ancestors, beloved ones, please let us know what's going on in the physical realm that doesn't compromise any ongoing missions. We're getting some of these same cards from yesterday. Please let us know what's going on in the physical realm. We're not taking all of these cards. No. That doesn't compromise any ongoing missions. Oh my gosh, these cards. What's going on in the physical realm that won't compromise any ongoing missions, beloved saints and ancestors? What we don't want to do is fall into the same trap that we did previously. Now, that doesn't mean he's going to take my offer. I'm not going to do it without, permission. Whatever, I'm not. It's going to have to be this man contacts me and, I petition for him. But, I'm not going to just do it because that's another one of our problems. We just do stuff people didn't ask for. So we got Queen of Swords. Okay, let's see. There's a lot of cards. All right, so we got double Queen of Swords. We got King of Pentacles, double King of Pentacles. So King of Pentacles in the spiritual and the physical. We got the Seven of Wands. Isn't this? Yeah, we got double Seven of Wands. We got the Eight of Pentacles. We got the double World card. Okay, I'm going to see what sync that is. We got the Seven of Swords. Seven of Wands and Seven of Swords. We got the Eight of Swords. That's the mental imprisonment. We got there's still got these shadows out here that's terrorizing these people. That's another thing. Like these shadows, these shadows are very worrisome. Not that it's my responsibility to be worried, but we got the Six of Cups. We got the Ace of Cups. So we got the Ace of Cups, the overflowing abundance. We got the Ten of Cups. We got the Chariot. And we got Death. Oh my goodness. Let's look at the World card. Let's see what that is. That is something. That is definitely not nothing. Oh, that's not it. What is the World? So Saint Sophia is out here again. Saint Sophia is out here again. So this is the second time. No, this is not the second time. I got this from somebody else. Saint Sophia is out here. So on my other channel, I did told y'all about who Saint Sophia was, but let me just give you the short version. Saint Sophia, she had 3 daughters, and her 3 daughters were faith, hope, and love. And the king of the Roman Empire, in his relentless pursuit to destroy all the Christians, tormented these children. One was 12, one was 10, and one was like 9 years old or 7 years old. He tortured these children to death, basically. And Saint Sophia, she stood by and watched all her children die, and she buried them in a certain particular place, and then she just died. She just died after she buried her children. The story is very, very traumatic. To die of a broken heart like that. And so the fact that you have the World card out here with the Death card, It gives me the feeling that there are people who literally, you know, they're literally going to watch their loved ones die over this, over this choice that was stolen from them in the spirit realm, and then they proceeded on to do a bunch of stuff that they never had control over. So we have two sevens. The sevens we have in the physical realm are the seven of swords, which is us being protected, and the seven of wands. These are both battle stances, right? Against this this energy. So we don't have to willingly participate in this energy, this eight of swords, and these shadows, and this death that's coming to these people. We are not in any way called to force ourselves to participate. And I totally understand that, because we have our eight of wands, our eight of pentacles. Eight of pentacles is, eight of pentacles is, working on yourself, working on your money, establishing yourself. The six of cups is five, six. Yeah, it's walking. Usually it's walking away, but in this card it's walking towards your abundance, because we have the ace of cups out here. So in the spiritual realm, the with this ace of pentacles in the spiritual realm, the Most High is going to continue to refill us and refill us and refill us with whatever it is we need. But in the physical realm, we have the Ace of Cups, which is the abundance that just comes from on high and is a ever flowing, a ever flowing stream. So that's and then we have the ten of cups, which is the happy family. We have the King of Pentacles out here again, kind of like the Santa Claus figure. We have the Queen of Swords. So we have the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords protecting our money. We have the Chariot. Everything is moving really, really fast. And I think the Chariot and the Temperance together means that it's moving fast on both sides. On the side of the people that's getting this punishment, is moving very fast for them. And on the side of people who are being restored, it's also moving very fast. This is all fast moving energy. This is not, slow bits and pieces, piece by piece. This is very fast moving energy. And so that means that we have a lot, to accomplish very, very quickly. We'll be moving very quickly. All right, let's see what's going on with the energy. Let's see what's going on with the energy. This is very fast moving energy. What's crazy to me is that the consequence of this Wheel of Fortune and this Tower moment is death. That's the consequence. The consequence, and that seems extremely harsh for people, who were under a spell. The people who chose it, they deserve it. But this is where we have to have some kind of conscience about it. We can't just say, oh, all these people, they're getting what they deserve. Are they? All right. Give us an idea what's going on with the energy, beloved saints and ancestors. If I can, let's see. What's going on with the energy? Patience. Patience. What's going on with the energy, beloved saints and ancestors? Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be willing doing something for somebody who doesn't accept the offer, but should we make the offer? You know what I mean? What's going on in our energy? The sun, we got double sun. The sun is Christ. So we have Saint Sophia, and we have our brother out here. Double sun, double Saint Sophia. This is unbelievable. What's going on in our energy field, beloved saints and ancestors? What's going on in our energy field? Mommy. Healer of the ages. Healer of the ages. Okay. What's going on? Sorry about the toddler. What's going on in our energy field? What's going on in our energy field? Okay. That way, please. Go that way. Close the door, please. Thank you. All right, what's going on in our energy field? Let's see. What's going on in our energy field? Anything else going on in our energy field? Beloved saints, the ancestors, ascended ones, helpful ones. What's going on in our energy field? I just feel like patience is really the key. Patience is the key. Healer of the ages is the key. We have to really, sit back and think about these things. We can't just make rash decisions. What's going on in our energy field? Because of the abundance that's coming in. There's so much abundance coming in that, we have 1 and 11. We have 51, which is 6 and 7. Again, these numbers are just repeating for sure. What's going on? And so that's we are in alignment. What's going on in our energy field? What's going on in our energy field? Anything else going on in our energy field? Okay, let's see. We got the 4th chakra, which is Archangel Raphael. This is the heart chakra. Indecision. And a man holding a heart. So, this gives me the feeling that, it is a choice. It is a choice that we have to make. And I don't necessarily think it's a bad choice. I think that using our heart is always going to help make the decision clear. I can say that in my heart, it does not feel right to allow someone to just be destroyed without making an offer to help. And the patience is, I've been thinking about this for a few days now. I didn't just, jump up and say, let me just offer. No, I put a lot of energy and effort into this. And I feel like, me personally, my abundance is not going to be affected either way. I'm going to be abundant either way. It's just, it almost reminds me of, if you read in the book of Remembrance, the story of Ada, she, wow, Ada, just like Adelia. Okay. She, she was the ancient grandmother of forgiveness. And she, in spite of every terrible thing that she had been through, she still she exuded extreme forgiveness. You know what I mean? Let's see what we're mirroring into the spirit realm. I'm just curious. Let's see what we're mirroring into the spirit realm. And we, that is, something to think about. We don't want to do it unnecessarily. We want to work within the, the Christ energy, within the Sophia energy. We don't want to get off track with with what the Christ and the Sophia, what they want. But with this healer of all ages out here card makes me think, especially with the double world card, the double sun. Then we got the healer of all ages, which is like a triple Christ. You know what I mean? Like, what is the Christ-like answer? What would Jesus have done? That's cliche, but what energy are we mirroring in the spirit realm, beloved saints and ancestors? Let's just get a reading. I mean, this is a situation people have, have heard about or whatever, but I mean, this is going to come up in your life over and over and over again. This is not an isolated incident. This is let's see. Change. And this is the 7 card. So we got 777, 77, 777, 3 sevens. Lots of 7s out here. All right, let's see. 7, and I'm gonna look up 777 too, because that's crazy. We got 3 7s out here. All right. So you are probably on alert. The familiar is being disturbed as the wind of change blows through your relationship. It may take the form of a strong wind, testing the strength of the roots of whatever you have planted, or of a hurricane, just like I was talking about with Adelia, ripping up everything you've built so far. If we were totally in tune with our natural rhythms, change would pass us by without distress. In the same way we accept the passing of the seasons, but most of us are creatures of habit, preferring to hold on to what we know, even when it's no longer for our own good. We try to stop the wind by blowing back at it. And it is our resistance to change, our holding on, that blocks the flow of things and creates inner stress. Where the where this is the case, change may mean discomfort, for it demands that for a while we accept the uncertainty, perhaps chaos of the unknown. It is the nature of all living things to either be growing or decaying. There is nothing else. And decay is not bad, it is merely a changing form. Nothing is lost. The decay of one structure always feeds the development of something new, which is death. Right? The change card indicates transformation and growth, a time to let go of control and be open to new rather than mourning the old. Look for the green shoots of new possibilities. Search in places you have never looked before. The wind of change can uncover what's hidden. Don't be concerned about what is happening. Rest assured that as you move into unexplored territory, all is as it should be. There is nothing for you to do but wait and see what will evolve. Wonder at the transformation of a caterpillar into a butterfly. Before any birth, there's a period of waiting, which is why we have the patience here. So I think, all in all, we have to kind of wait. We have to wait it out and see. You know, if a particular opportunity presents itself, if a certain energy, if we have to wait and see what the spirit says. We have to wait and see what the spirit says. I feel like in my own situation, I'm moving with great patience and great, I'm not moving too fast. I'm literally waiting for the spirit to reveal to me what should be done, and I'm not rushing it. I'm just going with the flow. It's much like, when this tarot spiral came along, right? Because the tarot spiral is something that came out of the spirit realm as a result of the Zion Shema. And there are a lot of people who are going to outright reject this spiral, this interpretation, the way that it has come to me. They're going to question my authority that I have to deal in this interpretation. And that's fine and well. And I understand that. And I'm not judging anybody by what they do accept or don't accept. But I do know that the change is here. And there's no way that the energies can have the same meanings that they've always had if things are changing. And I feel like there are some people who are going to be able to move with this change easily. They'll be able to flow with it. And there's some people who are going to be stopped in their tracks by this change. Me, it hasn't stopped me. I just keep asking the question, what would you all like me to do? And I haven't received a clear answer, and I put it out onto, the internet to see what people think. And, I haven't really got any responses to that either. So I'm just, I'm just waiting until I get some sort of a clear explanation on how I should handle that, because I know it's okay for me to just walk by and take my abundance and my and keep moving. That's a perfectly fine response. And it's also fine if I intervene and make an offer. Both of those decisions are fine, but I want to be in tune with what the spirit has, meaning my tarot spiral interpretation is based on what the spirit has told me. I don't have any influence on this. I mean, all I'm doing is using the Zion Shema to match up the energies in the way that they're done in the spirit realm, so we can have proper communications with the spirit realm. I don't have any affinity towards it or lack of affinity towards it. You know what I mean? It's just, it is what it is. It's the change. And this is why I couldn't come to anybody else. And I find that this is a continual problem with humanity. When some new information comes along, people are just unable to process it. And instead of saying, let me take this to the spirit and process this, let me see. This is why I can watch all these different philosophies and these philosophers and these people present this information, and I can just see, whether it's not whether I agree or disagree, it's whether it resonates or doesn't resonate. And a lot of things, they resonate because I have a wide variety of information, because I studied so much philosophy. Not because I, agree with every single Gnostic, person that comes along. It just so happens to be that I understand that the Most High is using whatever He's got to use to get the message across. And if a bunch of people are Gnostics, He's going to speak to them in the Gnostic tongue. If a bunch of people are, Hebrews, He's going to speak to them in the Hebrew tongue. All this is different tongues. And I understand that. And so I'm trying to verse myself in as many different tongues as possible. So when I come across people, I can evangelize them, redirect them towards the truth in the way that best assist them. Meanwhile, using the tarot spiral, I can also drive the energy in a particular direction so that we're not just sitting in stagnant energy. Because one of the ways the Doom Loop has been so successful is that people are not people are just reading the energy. People aren't directing the energy. No one's commanding the energy. No one's saying, no, we don't really want this. We'd rather have a different set of energies. Or how do we get on a different timeline where the energies are more beneficial to us? And that's, a lot of people are not very familiar with their charts. A lot of people don't, they haven't done this, this Urim and Thummim understanding. It's a lot of stuff that, it's a lot of little pieces that are just kind of hanging out there, waiting for people to discover when the time becomes right. In the meantime, I'm not losing no sleep over it. I'm just like, okay, all right, Most High Mother, I'll do what y'all say, and I'll keep my mouth shut. I just said something about it here, but I won't dwell on it because I know that, to be honest, I need to go into this cornucopia energy, and I'm not willing to deny my cornucopia energy as a result of somebody else's inability, somebody being scared by these shadows, or like, being imprisoned into this horrible energy. You know, I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. All right, beloved saints and ancestors, can you talk to us about our financial situation? We got a lot of pentacles out here. We got a lot of pentacle, king of pentacles, double king of pentacles. We got the queen of pentacles out here. We got, let's see, what's going on in our money. And we're always going to check in with our finances. When they're good, when they're bad, when they're indifferent, we want to stay on top of that. Especially it being the start of our financial new year, we're going to check in. We don't want to have crazy stuff happen. And we just miss the whole thing because we're not checking in. All right, so we've got the Emperor out here working in our finances. Not surprising. Judged by the mind. Okay. Prudent marriage, and also no peace. These people have no peace. That is totally accurate. Upright and faithful, and also ruled by knowledge. So we got a rule by mind and a rule by knowledge. We have a covetous man and learn and share. Learn and share was one in my dream too that I had last night. We have values, desire for money. I am worth. And this is a message from someone. Okay. This is envious and initiation. So this is an initiation of sorts. All change is an initiation. Trouble from fake jealousy and also unsatisfied emotions. And Saturn, self-discipline and values, and also lies and evil words. Well, we do know the Emperor is out here judging our money, making sure our money is straight. He is the one that is. Matter of fact, it's heavy on the father in this energy. And the mother is kind of, there, but she must be taking care of some other kind of business. But it's judged by mind, ruled by knowledge, and learn and share. As we learn these things, we have to share them. It's just like I'm sharing my thought process and trying to make this decision so that when this comes up for other people, they are able to indeed make their own decisions. I know that this is not necessarily going to be I think it is going to be common. No, I do believe this is going to be a common occurrence for people. I think it's going to be very common that people come up to you or you see situations and you feel inclined to help. And we need to have a thought process for determining whether we are going to help or not. And so I'm, still leaning on the Most High to deliver that thought process, to make it clear, to give us an understanding of this change that's coming in, and how we should change. I do know that in the past I would have just helped. I would have helped first, asked later. In some situations, I would not have even involved myself at all. I would let the person suffer in silence, and I wouldn't have said anything. So this is a different thing for me, because I'm not necessarily committed to letting the person suffer in silence, but I'm not committed to acting either. I'm just waiting for some more clarification and some more information, because these people that have no peace, that have trouble from fake jealousy, and they have lies and evil words that are working against them. And that is, that is definitely a bothersome thing, because does a person deserve that? So I don't feel like I've got, and the heart chakra is out here. So I don't feel like I've gotten an actual answer to this question. I think that I've seen a thought process here on how to think about this, and I do believe it's okay to not have an answer, and to wait for an answer to reveal itself. And we have to be okay with that too. We have to be okay with holding the thought and waiting for the answer to reveal itself. There will be some sort of action that will occur that will have me change my mind to one side or the other. And until that action occurs, I'm just going to hold it as a thought outside of me. I'm not going to internalize what's going on. I'm going to hold it as a thought outside of me, and I'll let it continue to gain steam, gain energy, whatever it is, and not bring it into who I am. Just let it stay as a thought outside of me. Ponder on it for not only the sake of Steve Harvey, but for other people who are going to be coming back, asking for help, knowing that they have been somehow demon possessed for a particular amount of time, which caused them to do a lot of things they would not have ordinarily done. Because if you do, see, here's the thing. If you do some kind of drugs that separates your mind from your body, you are, unless the Most High has done this for you, you are open, or you're doing it under very, very specific spiritual care. You are now open to these entities jumping on you. So you have to be very careful about how you do these kind of things. And some people, this includes alcohol, this includes, other harder drugs or whatever. And so some people unknowingly made themselves open to different spirits being able to access them. And they never actually closed off those portals and reprotected themselves, And I have a ritual for succubus and incubus spirits, and also cord cuttings that I'm going to share on my other channel that I was given from the spirit, so that people can, handle these kind of things for themselves. So people do have to have a certain amount of faith that that they are able to heal themselves too. So there's a lot going on in the spirit realm. There's a lot going on in the physical realm. We do want to take stock in what's going on. Don't be oblivious to it. You don't have to accept it in as a part of who you are, but you don't want to pretend like it's not happening. You don't want to ignore it, because you can observe it without absorbing it. Let's just put it that way. And that's where we are, because this is another level of initiation. This change, this thought process is a new level of initiation, and we want to be we want to be open to it. We don't want to reject what the Most High, the Father, Mother, Sister, Brother is giving us to learn at this time. So hope this reading has been helpful about developing a thought process. To the spirits who are here with us, you're invited to go in peace. To my beloved viewers, you're invited to be at peace. And always remember, the Most High, Mother, Father, Sister, and Brother are your peace. Shalom, and we'll see you in the next video.